Okay, so I'm Alexander Tendai Bandela. Those are my full names. I'm born and raised in Lusaka. Yeah, so that's basically me. Okay, so photography for me came just in a fun way. I'm a visual artist, so I do paintings and drawings. So I started by just capturing images, then turning them into paintings. So from there, I was introduced to a camera by my brother. He actually gave me a camera and said, "No, you can actually use this." So from there, it sort of went on to develop into me having an interest in photography as it is without developing the works into paintings. So it's from there that I really developed an interest in photography. Okay, so the type of photography I enjoy, I love capturing people doing different activities. I love capturing light and shades, all those things, that elements that just come together to create a beautiful picture. Mainly should be the human element to it. Lots of people doing activities, such stuff. So my project in Kalingalinga was based on the history of Kalingalinga. So I captured, I understood the sort of the history where Kalingalinga came from. So that's how I translated it into photography. So what I did is I tapped more into charcoal trading, which became a large part of Kalingalinga. So that's why I based my photos, and also I identified an old lady who was doing charcoal trading. So from there, I captured some images from her and understood the history, and sort of created layers of the history, different pictures, just to form up an image that talked about the different stages of Kalingalinga through photography. So the outcome, mainly, my target would be to draw someone viewing them to actually connect to the human element, which is a story about a person, and also the landscape of it, how it all changes, how it all develops, but also just having a view of everything in one image, which I compress into layers and stuff like that. So mainly it's the human element of developing how the person's story has developed, and also the land, how it's changing, and all those elements just put into one image to capture a memory to people viewing it, and also just the beauty of it all. Yeah, I think photography at large also being recognized by different institutions as something that can actually develop a country, because pictures are captured by photographers. So if photographers don't have a place to exist, then pictures also don't have a place to also exist. So if they can also be recognized as something that can be taught in institutions in a separate way, and also infrastructure-wise, maybe places that can actually have photographers come together to display works, all those elements going forward would really be a help to photographers to sort of exist in a common place, both in education-wise, and also out of that, out of education, where do photographers actually exist to showcase their works? So I think those elements really need to exist in order for photographers to actually thrive. Yeah. I've always been writing, but I actually never actually thought myself to be a writer per se, because I've always written about my process in painting, different places I've visited. I've always taken a few notes. But through the workshop, I think it actually gave me more insight, and also more ideas, and also just opened up my eyes to say writing actually is so interesting, especially if you are writing about your project or even other people's things. So I think from the workshop, I've come to realize that maybe, or not maybe, but surely I'm going to do more writing. And also I feel I'll try out writing about others as well, which is going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. And I think overall, just the workshop made me realize this other thing I have, and also I just want to grow it and see where it goes. Very interesting. Yeah.